Blue Sky Productions unfortunately shut down in 2021, but they did produce a great handful of movies, and why not rank them all in this video?
Yes! Hell yeah!
Stick around and let's get to it. Horton Hears A Who, released back in 2008, this is a movie with a giant elephant as the main protagonist, and every other animal thinks that Horton is some crazy elephant who talks to imaginary people living in a clover. Now the thing is, Horton is not actually lying when there are people in that clover. A tiny little speck on there, a town called Whoville, filled with many different people living there as Horton is tasked to getting them to safety, somewhere they won't be killed, somewhere peaceful, all while trying to avoid all the animals who want to kill that clover and burn it down. It's definitely a solid A-tier movie. This here is one of my favorite movies from Blue Sky Productions. Ice Age first started with getting a lost baby back to his tribe, then the ice meltdown where all the other animals really had to get into a floating boat to save themselves from drowning, the age of the dinosaurs, which was my personal favorite, then it's drifting on a piece of ice across the ocean, lost trying to find a way back home to the family, while battling pirates, and finally saving Earth from an asteroid that's about to come crashing down. This franchise has been through a lot, and with 5 parts to this movie, it's quite a lot, but ultimately, I'd rank this franchise as S tier because it's well worth the adventure. Ferdinand released back in 2017, the story of a clumsy bull who always messes up a lot. He runs away from home after his father never returned from a bullfight, and somehow ends back in the same place he ran away from due to certain events. It actually was nominated for an Oscar award for Best Animated Feature, the same which happened with Ice Age 1, and those 2 films were really the only ones that actually got nominated while the others didn't. John Cena played the protagonist Ferdinand, and it actually was a perfect fit. The movie itself was really wholesome and cute at times, and I really enjoyed the bullfight scene, which was really well done. I'll rank this up in A tier. Welcome to Brazil, the place where rare exotic birds live, as this movie is called Rio. This movie gives off so many cool vibes to Brazil by showcasing the beauty of birds, carnivals, and how exciting this country is to visit in real life. But other than that, really, it's just a standard movie full of birds. But the thing is, that really annoyed me so much was the chemistry voiced between, the actors, between the 2 main characters of the show who are made to produce more of their kind. The first movie mainly revolved around a bad gang selling rare exotic birds for money as Blue tries to save them and learns how to fly. Yeah, he can't really fly, even though he's he's a bird. But the second one is more about saving the forest from being completely cut down. That's really about it. Overall, it's quite a B tier for me. Not the best, or not really the worst I've seen. Now, this here is a movie I quite enjoyed as a kid, and I really don't know why, but it had such a strong story and a focus primarily on how the rich will do anything to make basic human rights completely out of the league to the poor as they suffer being junk for the rest of their lives, while the ones who are rich with money live the healthy lifestyle with no worries at all. I think if this was released at this age and time, with more fine-tuning to the looks, and it would have been so much better. Watching it now was not the same back then, but it's still pretty good enough. A tier. This movie is called Spies In Disguise. It's unlike any other movie Blue Sky Productions has animated or created. I like to report, how fun and exciting this was and how insanely well it was animated. The cool action scenes with the spy-focused battles is so satisfying to watch, yet when you actually get to the actual real premise of the show, you find out that the spy turns into a bird. It's so weird they went with that route, but the overall movie just felt great to watch. I thought it would go downhill after the reveal, but I left with a smile on my face when the movie was finished. S tier movie. Oh boy, okay, where do I start? Epic. That's the name of the movie, except nothing really epic actually happens in the show. It's quite the shocker how generic this movie felt after finishing it. I didn't really feel any connection towards the main character because she was bland and not really any character traits that make her so special. But after finding a fairy on the verge of death, she was tasked with protecting a pod that was so important to the colony. What annoyed me the most was the snail and the slug, the comic relief duo of the series that weren't even funny. Yet they gave those 2 idiots the pod. But who thought that was a good idea in the first place? But I'm ranking this movie on B tier. It's not really that great. Now, you honestly have to give credit to how this movie was handled, in a good way, of course. There is no reason to hate this movie but love it in any way, shape, or form. It's actually ranked as the highest rated Blue Sky Productions film because it simply doesn't turn this production in whatever weird way other films have done, like introducing superheroes or unnecessary comic relief characters just to make you laugh. It's a simple classic peanut story, a wholesome show of kids having fun, playing around that is brought to life through 3D animation. I was so pleased with the Charlie Brown's story, of him wanting to impress the red-haired girl and seeing all his missteps into trying his best to achieve something. Those are the good times, man. A tier movie. And that, my friend, is every Blue Sky Productions movie ranked in a tier list. Thank you all so much for watching. Drop a like and let me know down below which movie you liked from this studio that unfortunately shut down. Subscribe for more tier lists, and I'll be catching you all in the next one.